Hey, what's up guys, it's William here, and welcome to another video. So, I was inspired by Luna to start doing videos like these because he's so awesome, so shout out to Luna. Anyways, so, I have a particular topic I'm going to rant about today. This one is called California State Legislature. So I'm going to start doing story videos later on, but I'm going to do ranting videos as well, and this is one of them. So I'm sure you've had your fair share of laws that you don't like being passed, that you think are BS, but you have to put up with them anyway. But if you had the choice, the opportunity to undo that law and restore the original law, which was better than the new law enacted, would you? I definitely would. And the law I have such a big problem with is e-cigarettes or vaping. So I consider it major BS that all these people are basically ranting, throwing a fit over e-cigarettes, and young people smoking them. Now I can sympathize with them, like kids shouldn't be smoking that, but the original age was 18. An 18-year-old is not a kid, and it seems with each passing law, it seems that are treating 18-year-olds like kids. You know, the 21 years and up alcohol law, the freaking drinking age law. You know that bullshit, right? The freaking smoking law, tobacco law in California. It used to be 18 plus for smoking. The thing is, e-cigarettes, they're not all of them are nicotine and tobacco products, and that's the very good thing about them. And for the ones that are, it's the one who smokes them that decides the amount they intake. And you know what, California state legislature, there's one thing you forgot. You can't outlaw something that's not a nicotine or tobacco product. When you made a law saying that all the nicotine and tobacco products are for 21 years and up, there's one thing you overlooked because you're all idiots. And it's that there's not all of them are nicotine and tobacco. Not all of them contain that shit. So people who are 18 and even young people can still smoke it. Well, you can't really smoke it. It's more like you hold it in your mouth and consume the flavor and then blow it out. But yeah, that's the thing. People who are 18 can still get their hands on it without getting in trouble because they could just prove that it's not doesn't contain nicotine or tobacco. So you're all idiots because you just outlawed something for nothing. And your laws won't be able to do anything because they state all nicotine and tobacco products, and that doesn't contain nicotine or tobacco. Therefore, it's not illegal for 18-year-olds to smoke. And you know what? I'm cool with that because you've been making everything 21 years and up, everything fun. Okay? And the people of California, this message is to you. If you're 18 or below 21 or in between the years of 18 and 21 and you're fed up with our state doing this shit, our state pulling this shit, our state completely fucking everything up for us, then hold hands, join forces, create a freaking community, and then gather money together, have someone represent you, and then make a proposition that undoes some of that shit. Because you know what? I agree that people under 18 shouldn't smoke or drink at all. But you become a legal adult when you turn the age, when you become the age 18. And I'm pissed off. My rights, our rights, they're being infringed, completely destroyed by the laws that all of you are enacting. Because if you're 18, if you're old enough to serve your fucking country, if you're old enough to die for your country and then get dishonored by our president, which, it's pretty fucked up for me to say, but for those of you that Trump has dishonored, like, my condolences. Trump is fucked up for doing that, and he really needs to pull his shit together as our president, or he'll get impeached. Anyways, so, like, if you're old enough to die for your country, you should be old enough to drink, you should be old enough to smoke, you should be old enough to vape. There should be no question about it. And you want to know how the whole drinking law even got started? It's complete bullshit, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to tell you the truth. The drinking law was started when a bunch of women, not trying to sound sexist, but it was literally a group of women, no joke. They all complained to the government saying that their husbands were beating them when they came home. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't have complained, but it wasn't the government's right to fucking ban alcohol, and that's how prohibition was started in the first place. Now, over the years, that accursed law created organized crime like the mafia and gangs. And then after that, like, they decided to bring alcohol back because banning it did more bad than good. It caused a lot of problems for our country because of the organized crime thing. And so instead, they made it so you had to be 21 years and older. Now, I believe that legal age on the federal level for drinking alcohol should be lowered to either 20 or 19. Because 21... No, not 20. You know what? Screw that shit. 19. Solid. Just 19. Because it's clearly right dead in the middle of 21 and 18. 19-year-olds should be mature enough to actually act properly when you're, drinking. And also, that law didn't stop people from beating their wives, and it didn't stop the wives from beating their husbands either. People were still violent. They were still fucking violent. And it's because some people react differently when they drink. Like, some people are peaceful, some people are tired, some people knock out on the couch or their bed, some people get sick, and other people get super violent as hell. And it's those people that ruined it for our country. Because it's because of them that prohibition got started, and it's because of them that the drinking age is now 21. Now, for those of you who see my video, for the Californians that are interested in knowing more, then keep on listening. I'm about to tell you another interesting piece of information that you should probably know. Okay, here it comes. Sorry, my mind went blank for a second. Hold up. Oh yeah, now I remember. So, our government, as you know, they made the drinking age 21. But did you know that they blackmailed the states? All the states? Saying that if they didn't cooperate with them and obey the federal law, they would cut all funding, $200,000 to be exact, from roads and buildings and shit like that, reconstruction. Well, guess what? California, you can actually take that blow because you legalized marijuana and you heavily tax it as well. So if you combine the amount of money you get from alcohol, marijuana, drugs, like freaking legal drugs like freaking cigarettes and all that shit, then guess what? And if you combine that with like regular taxes, state taxes that you get from the everyday person in California, you'll have more than enough to cover the cut that the government can give us. So, in other words, the government no longer actually has the power to blackmail us and it working. Because if they do, we'll still be able to rebuild our shit. We'll be able to improve our roads. We'll still have more than $200,000, for all of this shit, you know? So, Californians, here's my message to you. As I said in the beginning of this video, make a community, make a budget, make something with finance. Come together, band together, make a proposition that would lower the age of alcohol consumption to 19, along with the vaping age if possible. Now I'm not talking, like, to be honest, people who are 18 and above should be able to vape like non-nicotine products, But for the nicotine products, like, lower the age to freaking 19 and make it so 18-year-olds can buy a vape pen legally. But if they're trying to buy like a liquid or fluid that has nicotine in it, they have to be 21. But make it so just about anyone who's 18 and above could buy a vape pen and could load non-nicotine fluids into it, because the people that do that aren't druggies. They're just in it for the flavor. As in one of Luna's stories, I'm gonna quote one of his stories really quickly. He was talking about like how he got in trouble, banned from a store because his friend got him to, take a puff from a vape pen, which was non-nicotine. It didn't have any nicotine. It was just regular cotton candy flavor. And this stupid dad, like, he started screaming at him because he was ignorant to the truth and thought it was a fucking cigarette, caused a scene, and then the dad and Luna and his friends were kicked out of the store. But when they came back, the fucking store manager said they were completely banned, even though the last time when he kicked them out after that whole ordeal, he said they could come back like a week later or something. So when they came back, like, the freaking stupid ass manager, completely banned just him. And I think I know why. It's probably because that retarded, demented, dumb, ignorant, pea-brained dad that caused the whole ordeal called the manager and complained about it. That's the only way that the manager could have thought that he was actually doing drugs, even though he wasn't. And I honestly believe that Luna should have filed a police report against that manager for discriminating against him and banning him for BS reasons and shit. And you know what? Just because they're the manager doesn't mean they actually have the right to discriminate against you individually. In fact, no one in business has the ability to do that. If they do, they can actually get arrested because, the whole Jim Crow laws thing, racist people and racist store managers actually discriminated against black people, and now if they did it, they could get arrested. And it's the same if they discriminate against you just because you're a teenager, or if they make up a BS reason and it's proven to be fake. And I'm sure that if you got your friend to, take the fluid and it said non-nicotine and showed it to the police, they would immediately arrest the store manager, or make it so or tell him that he can't discriminate against you, and it's not drugs, so he doesn't have the right to ban you, that shit. So yeah, today I just got really off subject, but it's probably because I finished my subject on the whole legalizing drinks for 19-year-olds and above and all that. But yeah, tell me what you think about this rant down on the video, down in the comments link below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.